Hey everyone, today is the 5th anniversary of my first YouTube video. This video was recorded exactly 5 years ago on September 13th, 2006. And I thought that making a commentary version of this video would be a good way to celebrate the anniversary. When I made this video, I was already over halfway through with my Tales of the Abyss playthrough, so my YouTube playthrough does not feature the entire game, but merely features from this point forward. I love how I completely miss with Radiant Howl here. I know I shouldn't use a move that knocks the enemy back like that, but I couldn't help it since that's one of my favorite moves to use. Somebody even said in the comments on the day I posted this that they couldn't believe how I missed it. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, when I first joined YouTube, I never actually intended to record playthroughs of the games I played. I just made my YouTube account so I could have a favorites list. But shortly before I made this video, my dad got me a TV tuner for my computer as a present, so I would be able to record my TV shows without having to use videotapes. But when I played around with the TV tuner, the quality wasn't really good for recording television shows, so I tried to think of what else I could use it for, and I noticed that I couldn't find any videos on YouTube of normal battles from Tales of the Abyss. There were quite a few boss battles, but I couldn't find anything just showing some of the normal battles. Keep in mind this was back when Tales of the Abyss was not out in English yet. So I thought it might be fun to try my hand at making a normal battles video, and after playing around with the settings on the TV tuner for a while, I recorded this video. I decided to do this one in the snow because I love snowy weather. After I uploaded this video to YouTube, I posted a link to the video on GameFAQs and another forum that I frequently posted on. I got my first subscribers from GameFAQs, and they said that the video was not bad for my first attempt at making a video of a game. I hadn't really planned on making any other videos, but the owner of the other forum I posted the video on was a bit surprised that it was just a normal battle. He thought it looked more like a boss battle, so I decided to record the very next boss I faced to show him what a boss battle from the game was like. After that, people wanted me to record the next boss, so I recorded the next one after that. And I got quite a bit of people commenting on the videos, wanting me to make more of them. One person even asked me to record every boss till the end of the game. And I was having so much fun recording them, so I decided to record the rest of the game's bosses and the key events. After that, I was still having so much fun doing it that I didn't want to stop, so I started recording Tales of Rebirth. And from there, the rest is history. I've recorded every new Tales game that I've played since then, and in 5 years, I have made over 1,150 videos. And I've gotten 828 subscribers with almost 160,000 channel views and 6 million total upload views. So I want to say thanks to everyone who has watched and commented on my videos these past 5 years. I wouldn't still be here making videos without you. These birds could be so annoying. Me and my brother always joke about how birds are our least favorite enemies in the Tales of games. This is my first time doing any video commentary, and I'm not really used to doing it, so if I sound a bit off, that's why. This video was before my brother started playing the Japanese Tales of games with me. He actually got me into the series with Symphonia. I didn't really like it at first, and I ended up telling him I didn't want to play it anymore. But he kept bugging me to give it a second chance, and I eventually played it with him again, and I ended up liking it once I got further into it. He kept hogging Kratos though, so I was stuck as Lloyd most of the time. I played Legendia after that, and then I fell in love with the series. One thing I tried to do in this video was switch characters a bit, to show people a little bit of how the various characters played. I mainly played as Luke in my playthrough, but I also like to switch things up every once in a while. I really liked playing as Tyr, Guy, and Natalia as well. This was one of the few Tales of games where I tended to play the main character the most. I also played the main character the most in Tales of Rebirth and Tales of Graces. This was the third Tales of game I played after Symphonia and Legendia. This was the first Japanese Tales of game that I played. And it was the first one that I played that hadn't been released in America. Here's when I was playing Natalia in battle. I love Astral Rain. This was the first Japanese RPG I played in general. I had been studying Japanese for 2.5 years when I played this game. It was pretty hard for me at first to get used to it. When I first bought it, I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to get through the game or not. I had to use a game script that had been translated into English at first because I wasn't making much progress, having to stop all the time in order to look up words in the dictionary. But as I played the game more and more, it began to get a lot easier for me, and I found myself needing to look at the game script or look up words less and less. I still have to look up words I don't know occasionally, but after playing games in Japanese for 5 years, it's really helped me to remember a lot of words. But I would recommend that anyone wanting to learn Japanese should take lessons. I definitely wouldn't recommend trying to learn it from just anime and games. Like I said, I had been taking lessons for 2.5 years before this point. But it's really a fun language to learn if you have a lot of time you can put into it. One thing you might notice in my videos is that some of the characters might have different names than what you're used to from the English versions. This is because some of them have had their names changed in the localization process. Since my videos are from the Japanese versions of the game, I always use their Japanese names for the videos. For instance, Legreta from the English version of Tales of the Abyss is known as Regret in the Japanese version, so that's what I refer to her as in the video names and descriptions. From what I understand, her name is supposed to rhyme with Allegretto, which in Japanese it does. Her name is pronounced Riguretto in Japanese. However, regret in English does not rhyme with it, so they changed it to something that did, which is Legreta. I want to thank Matt McRed for explaining that she was named after Allegretto. Several of the other characters are also named after musical terms. I love the whole musical theme they have going with this game. This game overall is one of my favorites. It's definitely my favorite Tales of game that wasn't made by Team Destiny. Although I haven't played Vesperia or Exilia yet. Speaking of Exilia, my copy just came in yesterday, but I haven't played it because I want to try and finish uploading the remaining Graces and Eternia videos on my hard drive before I start. I have a ton of them already recorded, but they still need editing, so that will take a little while for me to finish. But I hope to do a Tales of Exilia playthrough after that. I love how I just phoenix right into that flame burst right there. That's one of my favorite parts of this video. You might notice my first 2 videos have audio problems. This is because my TV tuner had a faulty audio port. I sent the audio through the USB starting with my 3rd video, but then it got laggy, so I had to record my videos at 320 by 240 for almost 2 years after that to avoid the lag. Well, thanks for watching. It was fun making this video, and I'll see you next time.